Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on Liz the One TV. I'm your girl Liz the One. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. Welcome to the latest installment of the Hotep Hustlers series. This video will not be monetized, so press the donate button pinned to the top in the comment section or click in the description box if you would like to donate to this platform. So this installment of the series will focus on Umar Johnson and will be two parts. Throughout the video, you will hear audio as well as see visual video. When the visual video is played, it will only play for 30 seconds at a time to adhere to the Copyright and Fair Use Act. Okay, the Hotep Hustle is about the conscious community. In part one, this part, I'm going to introduce you to the Hotep Hustler. In part two, I will provide a timeline of lies, scams, and dishonesty. So, for those that don't know what a Hotep Hustler is, a Hotep is an Egyptian word. Well, Hotep is an Egyptian word. And according to Wikipedia, it translated to mean to be at peace, referring to an offering. But in modern times, Hoteps they're more like a cult of people, and we call them Hoteps, and it's pertaining to the conscious community, the frauds in that particular community. So it's more like a cult of people who claim to be woke on Black history throughout the ages, ancient and modern, and they embellish more than likely. The conscious community usually is to benefit the male participants, and if you just happen to be a leader, well, there are a lot of perks, like 1, you can't do anything wrong. 2, you are followed blindly. 3, you can't be questioned. And 4, your word is gospel. A hustler is a go-getter. So if you put it together, you get a Hotep Hustler. Umar Johnson was born Jermaine Shoemake, but sometime during his youth, his father changed his name to Umar Johnson. His Hotep Hustle is he claims to be a school psychologist who's a team of one, building a school for Black boys while making a shockumentary, opening up a non-alcoholic sports bar, while being a Pan-Africanist, trying to open a Black Wall Street from Tulsa, Oklahoma in West Africa, and has the greatest African-American pedigree because he's a descendant of Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman at the same time. Also, going across your screen, what we're going to talk about now, to kind of get this out of the way, and I will mention this again just for proof's sakes, I contacted the DOE sometime back months ago in a small snippet of a video that I put up, and I put up a receipt. I had asked, inquiring if there was an FDMG registered, and this is what I got back, is going across the screen. I will put this back up a little bit later in this series. And also, there is another man named Umar Johnson who just happens to be a Dr. Umar Johnson, and they look very eerily similar. I'm not going to put that up, but I am going to try to put the link down below in the description box if you want to take a peek at this guy. And for some weird reason, he has eerily similar credentials. So if I can find that, I am going to put that in the bottom, but let's get going. The school was supposed to open August 21st, 2019. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy for Boys would be open, even though he's been moving the goalposts over the years. He says it hasn't been that long, but as far as we know, it's been at least 10 years. But we'll go over that timeline and other technicalities in part 2. He claimed to have found the school in Delaware, and even though he didn't reveal a location, people and skeptics quickly found out the location, and they found out the location was in Delaware. And they found out that the property was on the vacant properties list. I was one of those people that also found out that it was on the vacant properties list. Even though Umar Johnson can be seen in several videos pretending that he's in the building on the roof with a contractor in these sandals that you see here, or on the ground paranoid and speaking about the school as though he owns it. Months ago, I will repeat this again, I did a video and I reached out to the Delaware DOE and inquired via email, which is on the screen. The results of the DOE, the response is reported and confirmed that FDMG did not exist. So I'm reiterating this for people that still think that the DOE or that the FDMG still exists. Now, initially for years, Johnson would go on fundraisers to allegedly swindle black people out of their money. Over the years, even though Cash App shut him down recently, before then, it was PayPal that banned him, and GoFundMe, for the most part. He claims that he raised $750,000. Then he claims that he paid $450,000 for the FDMG property, but claims he needs more money to renovate the school, but doesn't put the leftover $300,000 to work he claims it will cost. Now, what we do know is when GoFundMe shut him down and PayPal, they started issuing refunds. So to sort of keep the money, he kind of made a move on a property, but we don't believe he owns the property. But he didn't put the $300,000 in the $1 million that he claimed that it would cost to renovate the buildings, even though he never got estimates and showed proof of the estimates. So, while he claims he wants to help black boys, he doesn't take care of his own children. At the current moment, he is in arrears on child support, making baby mamas and fatherless homes, while claiming that children with no fathers in the home suffer from ADHD, and it stands for Ain't No Daddy at Home disorder.
Now, I call ADHD what it really is, which is not attention deficit hyperactivity. What it really is Ain't No Daddy at Home disorder, ADHD. That's all it is.
And it doesn't stop there. Black girls, he has a diagnosis and a name for you too. Thottish personality disorder.
Girls who are molested go on to develop thottish personality disorder. Thottish personality disorder. This is my disorder. I made it up. Thought. We all know what a thought is. That hoe over there. Girls who are raped and molested, they lose value and respect for their womb. Girls who are raped and molested, who have their womanhood snatched and taken involuntarily, they lose respect for the divine portal. They lose respect for the divine gateway. They lose it. And they start over-sexing to deal with the trauma. They start over-sexing. They'll start having a lot of sex, trying to drown out the trauma of the rape and the molestation, and they develop thottish personality disorder. That's when she's quick to have sex. She's quick to have sex. She get trains ran on her, multiple orgies, multiple head jobs, all kind of sick stuff our little girls are out there doing because they hurting. They're trying to drown out the pain, and they think the best way they can drown out the pain is to sex it out. Thottish personality behavior. A lot of black girls and black women suffer from thottish personality disorder because they were raped and molested as children. I'm not disrespecting our women. This is no disrespect. I'm not making a joke. I'm trying to make the message clear. I'm not making a joke or mockery of anyone. I'm trying to make the message clear. We can end thottish personality behavior. But the only way to end thottish personality behavior is we have to eliminate rape and molestation in the black community.
His lineage. Umar Johnson has claimed on multiple occasions to be a descendant of Frederick Douglass. He has been called out on multiple occasions for it publicly by the family and on the Roland Martin show that was on TV One. There, he only claimed kinsmen. Then his father took a DNA test that revealed they were not related to the late Frederick Douglass. And for a while, Umar gave up on calling Frederick Douglass an ancestor. However, old habits die hard. And before you know it, Johnson went right back to referring to the late Frederick Douglass as an ancestor. So if you Google it, like, what is an ancestor? A person, typically one or more remote than a grandparent from whom one is descendant. So this proves that there is no way Umar Johnson could be the descendant of Frederick Douglass. and should not be claiming him as an ancestor because he did not directly descend from him, nor have any of his ancestors. So that's what they mean when they say an ancestor. In part 2, we'll dissect the school scam timeline, talk about his fallout with Tariq Nasheed, alleged drug use, which could explain the change in his appearance over the years, and could be playing a part in what looks like possible deteriorating health. The state of his apartment, stunts he's pulled at the so-called school, and the reason you never see Umar Johnson with young black boys, the group he claims he wants to help. So, thanks for clicking on Liz the One TV. I'm your girl, Liz the One. Like I said, if you'd like to donate to this platform, go ahead and go down in the description box. All the information is there, and it will be pinned to the top in the comment section. Peace out.